Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name is Kate for those of y'all that don't know, and today is my 22nd birthday. I'm actually really excited. I'm a big birthday person. I just appreciate it. You know, I also appreciate Christmas, but like, it's my birthday. Today I am turning 22, and a couple months ago I saw Gretchen Geraghty post a video. It was called 21 Things I Learned Before I Turned 22. And I just sat there and I was like, this is really interesting to hear what other people's life lessons are after they've been on this planet for 21 years and they're going into their 22nd year. You know, that's not really very old, but what are the main life lessons to that person that they want to share with the world? So these are my 21 things that I feel like I've learned. There were so many, but I just kind of narrowed it down to this. And even while I was sitting down to film this video, I was like, wow, maybe I should add that to the list. But I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with my list. Thank you, Gretchen Geraghty, for the idea to make this video. Also, I am obsessed with this top. It is so not really me, but it is so me, and I'm probably gonna wear it to any interview I ever go to. I got it from Bella Ella. I will link all the information down below. So let's get into the 21 things I learned before turning 22. So 21 things is a lot. I must say there are so many other things I learned, but I'm gonna try to get through all 21 of these things without dwelling too much or going too in depth, so this video doesn't end up being 30 minutes long, but like, who knows, maybe it's gonna be. Sorry. I appreciate you guys for watching it nonetheless. My number one thing, I need to quit making all these like side notes before I start. Before I start, these are not in any order. None of these trumps another one in importance. So number one on my list is your body type is unique to you. You can work on being healthier, but you can't really change your body structure. So this is something that I've had to learn to deal with my whole life. I do have wider hips, I have a smaller bust, my shoulders are small, my top half is small, and then I have really wide hips. And I've always been very insecure about it, but as long as you're eating healthy and you're taking care of yourself, you're not gonna be able to change your bone structure. And you know, there's a lot of debate back and forth whether you can get really small if you are bigger hips or, you know, but to me, I did keto for a long time, and the one thing that never changed while I was on keto was like the hip size. I slimmed down a lot, but my hips were still where they were for the most part. So that's just something that I've had to learn to deal with and accept. I'm not gonna get huge boobs overnight unless I had a baby the next day, but you know, I just have to accept that like I'm a small chested person, I'm a big hip person, like it's not a big deal, you can't change it, but don't stop working out because of that. So number two is speak out if you feel a certain way about something. If you're very passionate about something, or if you're sitting there and you see something mistreated or mishandled and you feel like you can speak out and have a voice, speak out and share your voice, because chances are you're not the only person thinking that. I've run into a lot of issues. I can think of a few right off the top of my head where I stood up for something that I believed in and I might have gotten in trouble for it, but in the end I still would do it again if it meant that my voice would make a change or something I said would impact someone else. I put out a video a few weeks ago, I'm not going to specify which one, but one thing I said really resonated with a couple girls that I know. And so they texted me and they were like, Kate, like I'm feeling the same way. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad I'm not alone. So even just something like that could change someone's day or make someone else feel like they're not so alone. Like it made me feel a lot less alone. So number three is love your parents and be nice to them. I'm very blessed with amazing parents. I absolutely adore them. I visit them every second I can. But a lot of people, you know, don't really have that luxury of being super close to their parents, and I totally understand that. But, you know, there could be a day where there probably is going to be a day where you don't get to wake up and call them if something bad has happened, or call them to tell the exciting parts in your life. So, you know, be happy for every moment that you have with them and just be nice to them. Even if they frustrate you, just like be nice or apologize after you were being sassy, because, you know, Lord knows I'm sassy. Number four is something that I've always lived by. That would be never go to bed angry. My mom has always drilled this into my head that you should never go to bed angry. You should never, you know, go to bed without telling someone that you love them. If you're fighting, like even if you are in a terrible fight, just text your boyfriend or text your best friend and say, I love you, let's talk about this tomorrow. Tell them you love them and don't go to bed angry. One thing that's taken me a long time to learn is people come into your life for a reason. So it might not be a bad thing, it might not be a good thing, but I did see this quote recently that really resonated to me, and it says, never forget the three types of people in your life. One, who helped you through difficult times. 2, who left you in difficult times. 3, who put you in difficult times. To me, I feel like everyone goes through different things. Everyone struggles. Relationships aren't always made to last. And I think that every person that comes into your life is supposed to teach you something, whether it's good or bad. You just kind of have to learn to like not cling to every single person that comes in and leaves your life. It's really hard, especially if you're a forgiving person, but it's just something that you have to prepare for, as sad as that sounds. So going off of the last one, number 6 is that you will outgrow people. One thing that I didn't really understand was like I had, you know, a best friend in college or a best friend in high school or like a best friend in middle school even that I literally did everything with for years, and then you just kind of outgrow people and you learn to accept the fact that you can outgrow people, and people are meant, like I said, meant to come into your life for certain things. So I feel like 5 and 6 kind of go together, but I kind of wanted to separate them. Number 7 is that I believe that coincidences happen for a reason. So for example, if you get like a deja vu or you feel like, wow, that's a coincidence, I feel like that's something in your life telling you that you were supposed to be at that place at that time. Or, you know, something along those lines. Like, I remember a couple years ago when I went to UIFI, which is like an undergraduate institute leadership thingy that I went to, I got sent to a men's rehab facility where I got to work on a playground that the men in the facility would get to bond with their children over. And for me, if you know me, I have a very personal tie to men's rehab centers due to like a family background. To me, I felt like that meant that I was at the right place, I was at the right time, like it was something from above telling me like, you are supposed to be here, it is for a good cause. Listen to those little moments. Maybe this is where you're supposed to be right now. This is a good thing that's happening to you. So take note of your coincidences in your life. So this is definitely something I learned when I turned 21 within the last year, is ordering drinks at restaurants is super fun now that I'm 21, but it's expensive and those drinks add up. Like I could sit there and order a margarita from a Mexican restaurant for like $8 or $7, or I could go to Chick-fil-A and have a whole meal tomorrow. Number 9 is make time for people that genuinely want to spend time with you. One of my issues my freshman year is I was pushing to hang out with people constantly, and I would get FOMO if these people, fear of missing out, if these people didn't invite me to something, but I would blow off people that were trying to make plans with me so I could hang out with these people that didn't want to hang out with me. You know, and that's just like sad to do to yourself. If there are people that genuinely want to hang out with you, even if you don't know them very well, like make time to hang out with them because they genuinely want to make time for you, so make time for them, because the people that don't make time for you don't matter. Number 10 is about cleanliness. So cleaning your room makes you less anxious. And I'm a very anxious person, and I'm not a very clean person. My bedroom area is kind of like my safe spot. So you want to like make sure your space is clean. It just helps you feel more put together. You're not coming home to a messy bedroom. Like make your bed, you know, put your laundry away. Just do little things that make your life a little bit less anxious if you're a very busy person. Number 11 is having a pet in college is hard. And I look down at Mia when I say this because I don't know what I would do without my little fuzzy munchkin goblin looking thing. I love her to death. She has gotten me through a lot of tough times. Having a pet in college is really hard because you're always on the go, and I wouldn't take it back now that I have her, but it would be easier if you didn't have a pet in college because you're running from class to work, and you have to kind of realize that you have to stop at home in between those to make sure your dog gets let out, make sure your dog gets fed, and make sure your dog's not alone all the time, or your cat. It's just, having a pet in college is a big responsibility, and you have to make sure that you have the time and the ability to give the pet what they deserve before just springing it on them. Number 12 is change isn't always bad. And this one I think I'm still trying to learn to this day. I do not like change. I like stability. I like to know where I'm going to be. Even if my life is going to be in chaos, I like to know that it's going to be in chaos and that I'm going to figure it out, or you know, what my path is going to be. But I just don't really do well with change. Something that I've kind of begun to realize over the years is that change isn't always a bad thing. You just have to learn how to kind of adjust to it and find out what's best for you and how you adapt the best. I just don't adjust well, and then I just go into this like breakdown, shutdown mode where I like don't talk to people. So change isn't always a bad thing, and you just kind of have to accept it, know what's going to happen. I'm still trying to learn this one to this day, but we're getting somewhere. We're getting there. So number 13 is that Someone can offer you the entire world and everything in it, but if they don't treat you right, you do not need to put up with it. Moving down into the next one, number 14 is nobody deserves shitty friends. And that kind of ties into a lot of things that I've said already, but legit, nobody deserves that. And if the people that you're hanging out with are shitty friends to you, there are other people that are going to be great for you, and there's other people that are going to be great for them. And if that person's not a really good person to you, they could be really great with somebody else, but you could do better with someone else as well. And you don't need to keep putting up with that just so that you can keep enduring it. And then what? And then what? One day your relationship's going to end. You're going to be like, wow, I should have not been treated like this. I learned the hard way. I feel like this next one, number 15, has been the highlight of 2018 last year. And that would be, do not get overly involved in other people's lives that don't concern you. Yeah, it's kind of an odd one to put in there. But something that I do as owning the title of being the overprotective friend is getting involved in situations that don't include you. Like, if there's drama happening and you want to be there for someone and everything, like, you can be there for someone, but don't overly involve yourself. For example, one of my friends got in a fight with this guy, and I stood up for the girl, and I like got too involved, and I was like, I hate this guy, like he's a terrible person. And it started to bring me down in a situation that didn't involve me, and she didn't want me to care that much about her situation that she could handle. But because I got too involved in it, it like started to affect my life, which is not fair for me, it's not fair for them. So that would be a big lesson that I learned. Number 16 is a fun one. I think everyone should have fun little mini photo shoots with their friends. Regardless if it's for Instagram or trying to boost your Insta game up, I think that taking pictures with your friends is a huge confidence boost. It makes you feel really good about yourself, and it makes you bond with your friends, because if you go get lunch afterwards or even like just the car ride to wherever you're going, it's a lot of fun. It definitely brings me into a better mood, and I've bonded with a lot of people over it, and it's fun. We all love Instagram. Number 17 is learn to cook. And this is, I'm not even really gonna get into this. Learn to cook, it's an adult thing to do. I suck at it. I'm still trying to learn, but like, I can't eat Taco Bell for every meal. But number 18 is when you truly love someone, it feels different. You shouldn't give that word up very often to people that you don't truly love in a relationship stance, because, okay, I'm gonna stop talking because I don't know how to go into this one, but hopefully I'm making sense to you guys. But loving someone and truly loving them is the best feeling in the entire world, and I hope it for every single person that I know. So number 19 is life is too short to waste hating somebody. And this is hard for me because I hold grudges, and it's kind of sad. Like, I don't need to hold grudges over stuff that like doesn't really matter in the long run. Like, I remember holding grudges about a girl in high school for 2 years later, getting in an argument with the girl, and then being like, now to this day, 2 years after that, I'm like, why did I care about that? Like, this girl did something annoying to me in high school, so I'm gonna be mad at her when I'm in college, and her life has nothing to do with mine. Like, it's really dumb and pointless. Literally, life is way too short to hate somebody or let them drag you down, because they don't deserve your sadness anyways. Like, if you're gonna be anxious at home about somebody, they're probably not even thinking about you, and you're anxious over someone that doesn't care about you. So number 20, however bad a situation may be, it's gonna change in some form or another. Somehow the situation will change. You just have to learn to accept it and not obsess over it. And I feel like I've kind of brought this into a couple different points I've already made. But things are gonna change, and why are you obsessing over it? Just like let it go, accept that change is gonna happen. I know I talked about change earlier, but don't obsess over it. The situation is going to change in some way. Number 21 for 21 years into 22 is you need to learn to live in the moment. So when I got into vlogging and social media more and things like that, and I realized that's kind of what I wanted to do with my future, I started capturing more and more and more behind the camera, whether it be my camera or my phone. I was vlogging everything. I was taking video for you guys. And the thing I kind of realized, I just got back from a trip. I went to the beach for a couple days. And something I realized while I was there was it just felt good not to have my phone on me. I didn't have my phone on me half of the time. I didn't have a camera with me. I went to the beach and I put my phone in like my beach bag and I never touched it. I feel like I was there in the moment more than I was normally. I was actually absorbing being with my friends, and I was talking to my friends instead of being behind my phone or trying to vlog it and everything. Like I said, vlogging, social media, that is my thing. I want to continue doing it, but there are some moments where you just need to set it all down and realize, like, live in the moment. This could never happen again, and you could never be with these people, and you just need to take those moments in and care about them. And those are my 21 things I learned before I turned 22. And there are so many other things I want to talk about, but I think those kind of summed up, you know, a lot about change, a lot about friendships, a lot about relationships. I feel like this has been the biggest year for like learning those kind of things in my life. My dog is now whining at me, so it is time to get off this. But I just wanted to share those with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me some things that you've learned within your lifetime. Share them down below. While you guys are watching this right now, I'm currently in Nashville with my friends. I will see you guys next week after I get back. And yeah, thank you guys always so much for watching. Thank you for making this year so special, so unique for me. It's been the best year of my life. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.